Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to the 3L channel. If you're new here, just visiting for the very first time, my name is Chad. Welcome. Kick your feet up, relax, enjoy yourself this weekend. Well, folks, we're winding down another marathon, the final episode on this Sunday afternoon. Well, afternoon for me, anyway. Thanks so much for joining in. And folks, you saw the title. We're closing out this weekend with a trip in that time machine back to 1971 with the Trafalgar album. And folks, if you always find yourself going back to the turntable and replaying Trafalgar, you're not going to want to miss this video. Stay tuned. All right, let's get it.
Just the way that I feel about tomorrow.
Mo.
I'll be sad and alone all the time.
Aww.
It's just the way that you said you don't love me anymore. Then goodbye. I can't believe what you're saying. You don't love me anymore. Goodbye.
I just gotta say, just take a second here. You know, Mo had such a gift, you know, instrument wise, even vocals as well, but mainly, you know, he would help out so much in the studio. Keyboard, guitar, mixing, producing, even a songwriter, and it comes out in his material that he does. Even though this is a pretty much, for the most part, a sad song, lyrical wise, you know, the instrumentation of this is just absolutely brilliant. It's phenomenal. I love the beat, the percussion in this. That Beatlesque sound that he always admired definitely comes out in this track. Let's keep it going.
Just the way that I'll feel about tomorrow. Knowing you won't be there by my side. I wish that I could say to you, why can't we just be good friends? Won't you leave the door open and let me walk in again? That's the way I've been thinking about tomorrow. I only know that friends can't be lovers again.
Wow, I love the soft, almost orchestral fade at the end. Just beautiful arrangement of the song. We all have to see by now that Mo was an integral part of the group as a whole. I mean, without him, it was just, you know, the instrumentation needs to be there. I mean, you can't just have two lead vocalists and nothing else. You know, it takes everything together, and that's what the Bee Gees were. Absolutely love this piece. I want to ask you folks, does this have anything to do with, you know, the divorce, you know, the alcoholism and things? I know Lulu, I'm not sure when that happened. Was it in 1970 or 69, somewhere in that area? when things begin to fall apart with, his battle with alcoholism and things of that nature. I'm not sure exactly, but sad connotation. Folks, come to think of it, I really like how the Bee Gees weren't afraid to apply the sad, despondent times in life. We can't always have a smile on our face, and always put a mask on. It's very important that we're transparent with these things. And the Bee Gees weren't afraid to do that in their music. It reminds me one time when I was younger, I was going through a rough patch. I was dealing with a few things. It wasn't the end of the world. It's just, I was going through some hard times. And my grandmother, who recently passed, I'm sure I mentioned this to you guys, and nothing against, I love her to death, but, I remember she had asked when all the cousins and everybody came together as a family that we each would write a poem so that she could read it. She was really into poems. You know how grandmothers can be. They really like poems, reading poems, even creating poems. Anyway, because of everything that I was going through at the time, I just wasn't, in the right mindset for that. And and I thought, what, I'm going to do this anyway, but I'm going to be real. If I'm going through something, it's going to come out in my writing. And the poem that I gave to her was just, it was an expression of how I was feeling at the time. Kind of had a negative connotation to it, and she read it, and then she kind of looked at me and with kind of a frown, and she said something to the effect of, "Were you planning on reading this in front of the entire family?" And I said, "Sure, why not?" But anyway, that's the thing. Life can be up and down, and you go through things. Mo went through a separation. I went through a separation. Many of you probably did as well. And if not, you've had other things in your life that probably didn't give you a jump up and down cartwheel type of reaction. So anyway, thanks so much for this. Hope you enjoyed your weekend. Thanks for spending part of it with me. Until next time, folks, stay safe and take care.